Hey y'all, Cherie here with Not Sure What's Cooking. Today I am going to be making country fried steaks. And actually they're Cajun country fried steaks. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a couple cube steaks, or you can beat the steak however you want to do it. But I'm just doing two because it's just my husband and I. So what you're going to need next is about a cup of flour, then about 2.5 of tablespoons of the Creole seasoning, and then just mix that in there really well. Now get you a big skillet here and put some olive oil. I use olive oil or coconut oil, but this time I'm using olive oil. And just put in there. I know there's a glare. You can see what's hanging on the wall right behind the skillet. But anyway, put you some of that in there. Okay, turn your stove top between medium and 6. Now this is my stove top, so it's going to be probably about a medium fire. And get that grease hot. And in the meanwhile, go ahead and batter those. Just cover them, just smother them in that. And get them good and coated, because you want them crunchy. Okay, make sure that grease is hot. And how you can tell is just take you a little pinch of the mix right here, the batter, and just throw it in the grease. And if it sizzles, then you know it's hot enough. But you want to make sure it's hot, because otherwise it won't come out crispy. All right, now take the rest of that and just set it aside and cook these until they're like a between golden and dark brown. All right, you see how they're like a golden dark brown? Not real dark, but you don't want them real dark. All right, so I just turned them. I think I was frying them maybe for about 4 minutes. All right, take them out. This is what they look like. So delicious looking. All right, now you're going to drain that grease. You're going to keep maybe 1 tablespoon in there for now. Now take the rest. Not all of it, but just sprinkle a little bit in there into the grease. And you're going to turn your oven top down quite a bit, because you don't want it on real high, not for now. And then just put a little bit of flour in there, and then you're going to mix it up. And we're probably going to have to add a little bit more, but just do it like this for now. All right, see how you mix it all up in there with all that kind of like burnt stuff, but it's not burnt. It's just part of the flour, or the flour mix, the Creole. All right, now you're going to do that. Now you're going to take some milk and you're going to pour in just a little at a time and mix it up. All right, here it's sizzling. Okay, now just mix that up really good and just keep stirring. Okay, and see, just stir it up real good like that. Now we're going to turn the fire up just a little bit more. And this is whenever you have to continuously stir this. All right, now I added a little bit more milk. I guess the total of the milk is probably about 1.5 cups. Now this is going to make more than enough, but you can always save this and have biscuits and gravy with it. And this is a Cajun style gravy that I'm making. All right, so I'm going to stir this real good. Then I'm going to add some parsley, as always. Well, let me tell you a little story. Whenever I was younger and my kids were real young, I couldn't afford milk. So what I did was I made gravy with water. It doesn't taste as good, but I mean, it tasted okay. It's just that it wasn't as creamy because milk was so expensive, and, you know, kids drink a lot of milk. But anyway, this is what you're doing right here. So I've turned the heat up to medium. Now I'm fixing to turn it up a little bit higher. And as you can see, I added some parsley. You don't have to, but I just add parsley to everything. And if you watch my other videos, you'll know that. Okay, now it's to your taste if you want to add some salt and pepper. The Creole gives it a flavor, but I would taste it and see if it's seasoned good enough for you. And just add a little salt and pepper if you want. Now, we're going to be doing this, you know, letting it bubble here, or boil, whatever you want to call it, until it gets thick. And make sure you're stirring it quite often because you don't want it scorched, because there's nothing like scorched gravy. I mean, it tastes nasty whenever it's scorched. And there you go. Right there with that gravy. Yummy. Yummy. It's dinner time. And you could have some sides with it, or you can eat it by itself. But I decided to make some rice and corn on the cob and green beans and fried okra. This was okra from our garden last year that I battered and put in the freezer and forgot all about, of course. But anyway, this is it. Hope you enjoy this. Just remember, if you believe it, you can make this. And until next time, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And until next time, be blessed and safe. And please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I sure would appreciate it. Bye, y'all.